In an exclusive interview with the Chinese-language Epoch Times on March 30th, virology expert Dr. Dong Yuhong pointed out that lifting the Hubei lockdown does not mean an end to spreading of the CCP virus. In fact, the virus can lie dormant in those cured patients, turning the infection into a chronic disease. It may still attack and further destroy the person's immune system sometime later. These recovered patients and asymptomatic carriers can transmit the virus, and there are even super spreaders among them, she said.
When Hubei residents leave Hubei, they encounter difficulties everywhere, even though they have a health certificate and a stamped pass. Authorities in other regions still block them from entering or force them to quarantine. Why is this?
It is obvious that Chinese state media are spreading fake news and telling lies. They reported that there were 0 new cases of infection, but we know there are new cases emerging every day. At least in Hubei province, the epidemic is not under control at all. Even for those cured patients, the virus may still be in their bodies. In addition, there are asymptomatic carriers of the virus. Outsiders certainly want to stay away from people who come from Hubei. Let me tell you, this virus belongs to the type that cannot be eliminated from the human body. Instead, it stays in the human body and turns the disease into a chronic illness. When a patient is released, he probably doesn't exhibit any symptoms, but he can still transmit the virus to others. He can even be a super spreader. Although the lockdown has been lifted, people from Hubei will still encounter hostility in other areas for sure. That is the situation. Anyway, this virus is indeed very troublesome because it becomes a chronic disease. In addition, it severely destroys the patient's immune system. What does that mean? Take AIDS, for example. HIV virus may lie dormant for months or even as long as a year. Why? HIV attacks a person's immune system. When the immune system is deactivated, the HIV avoids elimination. The mechanism by which the CCP virus invades the immune system is similar to that of HIV. When it attenuates the immune system, the patient becomes a lifetime carrier of the virus. Based on what has been reported so far, for instance, the virus being contagious during the incubation period and those who relapse after being cured, these phenomena tell us that it is a chronic viral infection. That is to say, the virus hides itself really well. Some people may not experience obvious symptoms, but they nonetheless carry the virus for their entire lives. Those who are said to have been cured are not cured. It is just that the symptoms have been temporarily repressed.
It is also reported that the virus not only attacks the lungs, but also other organs.
It even attacks the brain and central nervous system. I am studying this subject now. There are cases of it attacking the brain, lungs, heart, gastrointestinal system, liver, and reproductive system. It basically attacks all parts of the human body.
Then why is it that some people are affected and some remain uninfected?
That is an interesting question. We may question every coronavirus patient about their beliefs. Do you believe in the Chinese Communist Party? Really? Don't laugh and don't take it as a joke. There is such a scientific research happening. That is, a person's state of mind is related to his physiologic state. If someone has immoral thoughts and believes in immoral doctrines, he will likely get infected and become a chronic patient. If I have a chance to do a clinical research on the coronavirus, I want to ask everyone such a question. Do you believe in the CCP? They may choose to answer anonymously, but I really want to know their answers. There was a recording released on the internet recently. Have you heard about it? A military doctor, actually a medical expert, gave an internal speech to military medics. The speaker, this military doctor, must have treated or studied patients on the front line. He said that after these patients are healed, their immunity is destroyed. There is a specific marker easily detectable in the blood that can tell us if one's immune system has been destroyed. He must have come to this conclusion based on this marker. He said that once someone gets the virus, his immunity will be weakened. The patient may recover, but his immunity will never be restored to a healthy level. He then warned everyone to stay at home and not go out to avoid this virus as much as possible. He also recommended that people get an injection of thymosin and suggested some other methods to enhance immunity based on both Western medicine and traditional Chinese medicine. You can tell immediately that he must be a medical professional, as he is so knowledgeable on this topic.
Dr. Dong Yuhong holds an MD from Beijing Medical University and a doctorate in infectious diseases from Beijing University. Dong has 17 years of experience in clinical treatment of infectious viral diseases and in antiviral drug research. Dong worked as a doctor in the first affiliated hospital of Beijing Medical University and then later as a medical scientific expert specialized in antiviral drug clinical research in Novartis R&D. She is currently a chief scientific officer for a Swiss biotech company.